Hello folks, welcome back to the first Saturday of Premier League football. On the Matchday Tavern, we're going to be live throughout the season, every single day as we always are. Whether it's the Premier League, the Championship, the Carabao Cup, the UEFA Cup, Europa League as it's called nowadays, Champions League, Conference League, all that stuff, La Liga, Serie A, we're going to be covering it all. And we've got three big watch-alongs today. First up, Hull City, back in the Premier League. Can they fare better than Coventry did last night against Man United? I hope so. That's all I'll say. I really hope so. I'm rooting for the Tigers today. Look at that old fella. He's been there for a long time, and he's been watching Hull for decades. He knows what it's about. Come on, beat these Mancs. So yes, lots and lots of fabulous football to watch today. We are going to be watching this one. Straight after it, we're going to be doing Everton against Crystal Palace. Everton and Palace, who've been involved in a swap deal this summer with Dwight McNeil and Brennan Johnson, and maybe some more business going their way with Daniel Munoz potentially going to Everton too. So that one is a 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll be live for that one at 5 to 3. And then straight after that one, 5:30 kickoff tonight, Brentford against Tottenham. Let's see how Keith Andrews does in his second season in the Premier League. So, loads of footy today. Loads of footy. I might even be persuaded. I don't think I will do. I am going to watch it, but I don't think I'm going to do a live watch-along. I was going to do 4 watch-alongs today and potentially do Espanyol, Real Madrid at 8:30 tonight. That one's on Disney+, as most La Liga games are this season. So, you can watch it. It is accessible. You can watch all of those games today. Yes, we will be live for them all, as we will be throughout the season. More watch-alongs than any other channel. And Michael Carrick starts his first permanent season as Manchester United manager. First season as permanent Manchester United manager. And he's made a couple of changes, hasn't he? Dorgu goes in on the left-hand side. That is a surprise. Dorgu on the left-hand side. Rashford's on the bench. Sesko's on the bench. Obviously no De Ligt, we knew that. So in comes Aiden Heaven alongside Maguire. Shaw Mazraoui is the fullbacks. Lamens in goal. Tielemans and Andre Santos in the double pivot. No Menu, of course. He drops to the bench. Dorgu off the left. And Burmo off the right. Bruno Fernandes in the 10. And Mateus Cunha is your centre forward, which, again, I'm surprised by that lineup from Michael Carrick. For Hull, they have made some changes too, in the sense that, well, Solakis starts in goal. Solakis, their big summer signing from Olympiacos. Highly rated keeper, actually. If you are going to stay up in the Premier League, you need a good keeper. As we saw last night with Coventry, Rushworth is, for me, not quite up to it. But, yeah, I do. I think Solakis could be a good acquisition for Hull. I may speak too soon on that one. What are we saying, Jack? What are we saying? Kiwi Robbie boxing match. I'd wipe the floor with him. Be over in round 2, that. I'll give him round 1. Noble Mendy as another acquisition as well. Noble Mendy at the back for Hull too. Alongside Ajayi, Semi Ajayi back in the Premier League after his days with Wolves. It was West Brom, wasn't it? I think he go Wolves at one point. It was West Brom he was in the Prem with. And John Egan, of course, ex-Sheffield United, ex-Burnley. He's back in the Prem too. Bellumi's probably the one to watch today for Hull, I would say. Yeah, but I think the best they're going to hope for today is probably a point. I can't see him getting much more than that. Gorna Duath on the bench, as is Harrington, Hjerto Dahl. Hjerto Dahl's just come in from Tromsø. 8 million quid from Tromsø. Highly rated young Norwegian. And Paddy McNair on the bench as well. Ex-Manchester United player Paddy McNair on the bench. For Hull, might we see him at some point as well? Harry, if one of the promoted 3 were to stay up, who would you say? I mean, I would have said Coventry before last night. But honestly, I think Hull, bizarrely, I think Hull have made probably the best signings. Certainly, I would say the best signings out of the 3 have been Hull. I just think Hull, none of them really cover. They don't really seem like they've got enough for me, any of them, to stay up in the Prem. But I guess it remains to be seen. Ipswich, I really don't think will. I'd say Ipswich are the worst of the three. Okay. Sarah says, Key, do you have orange in the background? I don't actually. No, I don't have an orange light. I'm gutted. I wanted an orange light for today for Hull. The best I've got is a yellow. I think I could maybe... I think I've got a yellow, have I? Have I got a yellow? I think I have. Have I got yellow? Hang on. That's probably about as good as you're getting, really. Nah, it's not yellow, is it? It's not the one. Bugger it, we'll have blue. Oh no, United aren't in blue today, are they? No chance. You can have blue. Blue's about as good as you're getting. James Robb, top man Key, Carrick this season, good or bad? As a United fan, I'm going bad. Interesting. As a United fan, you're going bad. Do you think United might struggle this season? I don't think Carrick sees the end of the season, I'll say that. I don't think he'll necessarily... United won't bomb or anything like that, but I think he'll finish the season with United outside the Champions League places. And you know, I think you can flip a coin with Liverpool on that. I'm not sitting here saying like Liverpool are miles better. We're not. I think Liverpool and United is much of a muchness. Liverpool and United are much of a muchness right now. You know, even with United signing Baleba, I don't see them being a top 5 team. Maybe they could get 5th. But Liverpool and United, you really could flip a coin on this season. City of Northville, the forward line is very potent, Key. Don't underestimate them. Look at the goal distribution. They're all killers. No, and that is it. That's what I'm saying. I think your attack is better than ours in the sense that, I mean, I guess if we got Isak and Ekatike in, I would say we're certainly comparable. But I would agree with you. Your attack is better than ours. My concern is that I think our defence is better than yours. And I would also argue our midfield is better than yours. And I don't rate our midfield at all, but I don't rate yours. So I think our defence is better, bizarrely, after the season we had, but your attack is better. I would have Alisson over Lamens, I would have Van Dijk, I would have Araujo, I would have Jake, I would have Leone over, you know, your Maguire, Yoro, Aiden Heaven, Delict. Yes, I would. And our fullbacks, you know, I know Frimpong's not brilliant, but I would take Kirkes over Shaw. Frank Castle, thoughts on Arsenal so far? Oh my God, there's a question I've not been asked for a while. Drew James, Liverpool will be 3rd, and you can take that to the bank. Mate, I so hope you're right. As a Liverpool fan, I really, really hope you're right. Welsh Ringer, you sad that Curtis Jones is gone? I'm not, mate. No, I'm really not. I'm if anything, I'm delighted he's gone. I don't rate Curtis Jones at all. I thought he was okay. He was just okay. If he wasn't a Scouser, I don't think he'd play for Liverpool. So but I do think he'll go to Inter and do well. I don't wish him badly or anything like that. I just don't. I think his ego, as most of these young players are, I think his ego was bigger than his ability, and I think he'll go to Inter Milan and he'll do similar to what Scott McTominay's done in Serie A. I do think he'll do okay, but I'm not a massive fan, to be honest, of Curtis Jones as a player. Come on, the Tigers, yes! Come on, the Tigers. Kingsloth afternoon key from Hull. I've waited for this moment for Prem football to be back. Come on, United. Oh, no. Oh, no. I heard you compliment Arsenal yesterday, first time for everything. You should listen more closely, mate. I imagine when you say you heard me compliment Arsenal, what you actually heard was you saw a 2-minute clip that somebody made, and you heard me compliment them in that. You'll hear a lot more compliments if you stick around a little bit more often. I mean, I don't imagine you will, but if you did, you would hear me compliment them a lot more. Those just don't seem to make the clips, sadly. Catherine Duffin, come on Hull. Yes, Catherine. So Hull have gone with, by the way, let's do the lineups again. Sorry, we didn't cover Hull's entire lineup. Salakis is in goal. The new signing, Noble Mendy, who's coming from Rayo Vallecano, he is at centre-back with John Egan and Semi Ajayi, two very experienced centre-backs. They've gone with a 4-4-2, well, 5-4-1 actually on TNT, but I don't think that's the case. Mendy, Egan, Ajayi, and then it's going to be Coyle and Giles as kind of a back five. Yeah, Coyle and Giles as a back five. Crooks, Slater, and Stroud in midfield with Bellumi just off. Oli McBurnie. Again, Oli McBurnie, somewhat experienced Premier League player. He was out in Las Palmas, wasn't he? Gran Canaria, playing in La Liga not too long ago. United wearing the white kit, our third kit. I'm gutted about that. Absolutely gutted. I've got the kits wrong again. I thought United would be in the red. I'm gonna have to change it. Kingsloth, don't be like that, Key. I'm with the best away fans in the league. What's the grub like at Hull? What's your half-time snack? Have you been and had a look at your half-time snack yet? I love that. What's that footy account where it's like Footy Scran or something like that, and this guy just travels all over the world having like whatever food football grounds offer. It's wicked. There's some mad food that clubs offer. Can't be worse than Wigan's cheese pie. Jellyfish, love United kit. I like the blue United kit. I will say United have had some really good kits in recent years. As a Liverpool fan, I'm disappointed by that. King Sloth, I am hospitality, so steak for me. Oh, you big Tory. Look at you, poshy, in the posh seats. You've changed, mate. You've changed. Callum says, Kiwi got rid of the donut for a cookie. I'm fuming. Give us today's games predictions. Right, go on. Let's do today's predictions very quickly before we get stuck in. To be fair, I should have done a short on predictions. I've got just to my right here a calendar. I am super scheduled and organised now. You will get very, very regular from now on. I can't be faulted on that now. But I have been very all over the place the last week. For reasons I won't go into. But we're off and underway for the start of let's call it the official weekend Premier League season anyway. Long ball forward from United. Start as they mean to go on. They're going to try and copy Arsenal this season, these, aren't they? Right, Hull v Man United. I am going to say this one will be 2-0 Man United. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it'll be 2-0 United. Everton versus Crystal Palace, I think will be 1-1. Ipswich Sunderland, I think that one might be a bit of a goal fest. I'm going to go for 2-2. 2-2, Desmond for Ipswich Sunderland. Nottingham Forest Leeds. I actually fancy Forest to have a half-decent season. I think they'll beat Leeds today, 2-1. I'm going to go Forest to win that one. And then Brentford Tottenham tonight. I'm going to be live for that one as well. So Brentford Tottenham. I like the Bees. I like Brentford. I think Tottenham are going to have a great season though. I'm going to go for Tottenham away win. Tottenham 2-1. Welsh Ring says 3-1 United. I can't see Hull scoring. You look at that attack. I like Bellumi. I do like the look of Bellumi. He's a good player. He was dangerous for Hull last season. Just not entirely sure about McBurnie as the kind of sole attacker. That is a very nice United kit. I hate saying that, but it's a very nice United kit. Hey, lineup builder. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Oh, my dog's just walked in. Get out. Brentford 0, Spurs 1, you're saying, Callum? Kingsloth, only one I could get key. I'll be back in the stands with a pie and a pint soon. Good lad. Good lad. That's what we want to see. Welshwing, why is United sponsor a Pokeball? Three 1 United for me, Key, says Matty. Well, listen, I hope I'm wrong. I'll gladly take a dull, dour 0-0 in this one. If Hull can get a point off these, start as we mean to go on. That's what we want. City of Northville Spurs now have a good manager and far more balanced side with more discipline. Listen, Roberto De Zerbi, people quite often forget just what a wonderful job he did at Brighton. He still got Brighton's highest ever Premier League finish. Got them to 6th, qualified for Europe. 62 points. He kind of set the tone for Brighton, did really, really well. And then obviously went to Marseille. Didn't quite work there, but just a wonderful, wonderful manager. I really rate Roberto De Zerbi. And across a season, with one game a week, don't write Spurs off. Welsh Wing, have you considered a Super 6 table key? A Super 6 table? I haven't, you know, but maybe I should do. Long ball forward. Surely he's offside. Surely he's offside. Come out, Salakis. Good lad. Jesus Christ. Jack, I'm going 1-0 because I think Hull have done wonderful in the market. Who's the player you rate the highest out of the players that Hull have picked up? Who do you like? Who's the more impressive? I do really rate Salakis for what it's worth. I think he's going to be I watched him for Olympiacos. I mean, I remember him in the European, was it Europa League semi-final? Olympiacos, of course, winning the very first European trophy, was down, in a big part, down to Konstantinos Salakis. Saved 3 penalties in a shootout win over Fenerbahce at the age of just 21 as a goalkeeper as well. D, where to watch? You can watch it on TNT Sport 1. TNT Sport 1 is where I'm watching it right now. DJ Sonny Bain says, I'm going to listen to 5 Live. Don't trust United's website. Hey, well, you've got me, mate. I'll keep you updated. Ball's down the right-hand side. Hull, it's a great ball. Excellent play. Ball into the box. McBurnie! Oh, that was it. Fast stick. Excellent defending that. Who was that who got back for United? Who was that who got back for United? Was it Brian Mbeumo or Mazraoui? I think it was Mazraoui, you know. It wouldn't have been Mbeumo that far back, surely. Oh, Mazraoui. Wonderful defending from Mazraoui. Give Mazraoui a pay rise. Jakirović. Look at Jakirović. He's raging. That was the chance for Hull. That was a great ball in from the right-hand side. And McBurnie's there. He's waiting to head it in. Excellent defending that from Mazraoui. Call it as it is. He's a BTEC solace. Hey, he's the best Greek signing in the Premier League this season, Salakis. Drew James, time wasting already, the Hull keeper. I like him already. Hull will win 1-0 today, I'm certain. Hiller, hello people, how's it going, mate? Big Will, who put the ball in for McBurnie? I think it would have been... Was it Coyle? I think it was Coyle. He's playing almost like a right wing back for Hull. By the way, sorry, yes, apologies. Someone asked about memberships. Memberships, I'm getting them set up. I am monetized and everything. I've not set them up yet, which, to be fair, I think speaks volumes about how I need to prioritise this a little bit more. But I'm not trying to milk you for all you're worth. I haven't even set memberships up yet. So I need to set memberships up yet. I think supers are turned on, but memberships I've not even turned on. So, yeah, there's no rush on that. I'll figure it out. But yes, we will have them, and we will have members-only videos coming back, of course. Snakey says, Hull will win, McBurnie will score 1-0. I hope so. I'd love that to happen. Here's Dorgu, back to Shaw. I think it's a big season this for Harry Maguire, isn't it? Harry Maguire obviously missed out on the World Cup. There was incredible disappointment as well. Oh, mate, you sweetheart. You didn't have to do that. You know that wasn't the prompt. That wasn't a prompt, but I really do appreciate you sending it, mate. Very kind of you to do so. City of Northville, what a guy. What a guy. Big Will Gaming, how's Stroud doing? Heard a little bit about him. He's down the left-hand side, isn't he, Stroud? Bellumi is playing more off the right. But yeah, Elliot Stroud, Swedish winger. Not had much joy so far on the ball. Noble Mendy's the one to watch. I think he's a good signing for Hull. Money Mant. Key, did you watch the Super Reds last night? Are we on about Coventry? Sorry, Arsenal. Yeah, they're the Super Reds. Yeah, no, we did watch him. Yes, we did watch him. Key, if there's one team in the Prem that could do a Leicester City and win the Prem, who do you think it could be? Who do I think it could be if there's one team in the Prem who could do a Leicester City? Oh, I mean, that's a yellow card, ref. I can't believe he's not fouled. He's not given a book in there. He's not even given a foul. Oh, ref. Harry Maguire's screaming. I think it might have been Harry Maguire who was actually the person who fouled. Ball in from United, cleared away by Hull. That's another foul, surely this time. Yeah, he's given the foul this time, but McBurnie's saying, come on, what about that one up the other end of the pitch? Let's see, as the ball breaks loose. Oh, that's a foul! How is Harry Maguire not getting booked for that? He's in. He's in and away. Oh, I tell you what, he's a lucky boy. Lucky boy there, Harry Maguire. Lucky boy. Three-star, I need both of you wonderful ladies to get some points on the board as well so I can see you move up the league table as well. I'm going to see if I can get the Matchday Tavern FPL League over... Is it this side? Is it this side? No, it's that side, isn't it? I'm going to see if I can get the Matchday Tavern FPL League over here on the overlay so that we can see who's top. Right now, I mean, I think I'm about 300th in the table. Yeah, top man. Really appreciate that, Northville. Top fella. Ball down the right-hand side. Cleared away. Shahid, where are you in the league, Key? I think I am about 330 something as well. Snakey, do Scottish football live streams soon. We've done quite a few actually. Yeah, we've already watched this season. Rangers a couple of times, Celtic a couple of times. We've watched Dundee United. We've watched Motherwell. We've watched Hibs. Hibs in Europe. We've watched home and away against Malisheva. So yeah, we have covered quite a bit of Scottish football. Oh, mate, do us a favour. Over, if that's your name. Don't spam, mate. Please don't spam. If you keep spamming, oh, see, now you just gotta get moved on. I don't know why. Just don't be a dick. Just be a nice person. Just be a nice person. All right. Well then, see, it takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to just block you or mute you. It's dead easy. I really wish we didn't have to do that though. I really wish we didn't have to do that. Don't know why people can't just be sound. Little sadaks. Little dweebs. Oh, Welsh. Thoughts on Lamp saying he didn't have a problem with Coventry's performance last night. Do you know what? I honestly, I'm surprised by that. I think he probably won't want to demoralise. He won't want to demoralise his team too much. But I think he will have learned, like I said, I put this on Twitter last night. I do think he'll have learned an awful lot about his team in that defeat. Because he'll know that they're not capable of staying up in the Premier League. If they play like that, Rushworth is a problem. Rushworth is definitely a problem. Arsenal didn't have to do a huge amount to be 3-0 up in that game. And they played well, by the way. That's not knocking Arsenal. That's not a knock on Arsenal. Coventry were poor. The 3 goals came from directly from defensive errors, goalkeeping errors. That can't continue. Oh, what are you doing? What a save from Solakis. United should be 1-0 up. Henry, there was nothing wrong with Coventry's performance. We were just superior. Well, no, you were superior, but you can also acknowledge at the same time that the goals that you scored were directly from poor, I mean, not just poor defending, like that. Poor defending's a broad term, right? It was a direct defensive error. Like, all three of them were like really bad defensive errors. I think the step up is huge. I mean, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's probably the toughest away game that Coventry will have all season. But equally, I think that's probably the easiest home game Arsenal will have as well. There was only one goal was bad. The other two wasn't. What are you on about? All three of them. Odegaard. Christ, I think did Odegaard's shot bounce twice before it went in the net? He scuffed it. Scuffed it and still somehow managed to wrong foot the keeper. The second one, I mean, listen, if you dive out as a goalkeeper, you've got to get that ball. What you can't do is palm it back out into the 6-yard box. That's a non-starter. You absolutely can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to get the ball if you come for it. Or you've got to leave it and let your defenders trust your defenders to do it. You can't, in any world, just, oh yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll just go for it and push it out to the 6-yard box. You can't do that. City of Northville, I feel so bad for Mbermo. If he had... Oh, McBurnie! That was the chance, and it's a big save from Lamans. That was a massive chance. Great header. Great header. Adzo, how much game time do you think Jones will get at Interkey? I think he'll start. I think he'll start every single game, to be honest. He'll be amongst their best players. Very good save, that from Lamans. Yeah, a bit of a Hollywood save. You'd have expected him to save it. If it goes in, you're criticising him, aren't you? It's not exactly banging the corner, but again, better from Hull. Much better from Hull. I think the goalkeeper was more nervous more than anything. I know, but you can't excuse that. It's the Premier League. It's the Premier League. You can't say he's nervous. I mean, he'll be nervous next week. You can't build up to it. You know, if they give him 6 months to not be nervous, they'll be down. Palmed into the perfect area too. Love the boy Lamans. Yeah, that's the big thing, right? That was a comfortable save for Lamans, but look where it went. That's 9/10 of the law with goalkeeping, isn't it? It's not just can you get your hand to it and keep the ball out of the net. It's where does the ball go after you keep it out. It's all well and good stopping the shot, but if you palm it into an area where everyone is, right into the crowd, you're going to concede on the rebound. That's exactly what we saw last night with Rushworth. Goalkeeping 101. Young goalkeeper here as well, by the way. Man United, Senna Lamans is not exactly massively experienced. And he's just off the back of a World Cup where he made a howler as well. So if we're talking about a nervous young lad in goal, Senna Lamans will be right down there in terms of nerves and inexperience. But look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Top goalkeeper, Senna Lamans. Hull down the left-hand side. Oh, what a save again. Oh, I tell you what. Fucking gutted United got this, lad. Premier League signing of the season last year. I did say it before they even got him. I was much hoping United signed Emiliano Martinez and not Senna Lamans, because I do think this guy is a Courtois regen. Oh, that's a great save. Absolutely brilliant save, that. Because it's going in. It's not even a shot. It's a cross. That is a cross that's creeping in at the near post. Chance! Must be! Yes, is it? Yes! Hull 1-0, baby! Yes! Semi Ajayi! Yes! 1-0! Have that! Yes! Go on! Where are you now, United? Yes! Hull are in front! Bang! Oh, yes! That's what we wanted! Unbelievable stuff, Jeff. Oh, yes. I love football. I'm so glad the Premier League's back. Oh, this is great. It's absolutely brilliant. United get done off the corner, flicked on. I tell you what, there might have been a penalty at the back stick there. Lamans does well to keep it out. It's just the defensive organisation from United. They're all at sea. They're all at sea. It's a great save from Lamans. Don't fault Lamans on that one. It's entirely down to the flick on at the near post. Brilliant. McBurnie, I think that would have been a penalty if it doesn't go in. And then Lamans keeps it out, tips it on the post, and Ajayi has got all the time in the world. He could have took a touch there, couldn't he? How are you allowing a big centre-back to be able to take a touch and then put it in the net? He's got all the time in the world. 1-0 Hull. Yes! Yes, baby! Shocking defending. Carrick at the wheel. Go on the Tigers. Oh, yes. Same old United, says Under the Floodlights. Oh, Callum says I did have Hull 2-1. Well, 1-0 will do me so far. I'm delighted. Delighted. You can't put Jellyfish's takes on United fans. He's not representative of United fans. We love Jelly. We love him to bits. Where's Nina McBurnie back in the Prem, smashing it? Yes! Kieran Baines, something's never changed. New season, same shit United. Listen, still early in this game. Still very early. Don't count your chickens. Don't count your Tigers. United will come back in this. They'll have moments, I'm telling you. Don't worry just yet. I still think United will... I'm much more hopeful than I was. I said 2-0 to United at the start of this game. I didn't think Hull would score. They've started the game really well. And this goes to show, by the way, right? How far away... Let's have this conversation, right? How far away are Manchester United from Arsenal? Right? So Man United finished third last season. Arsenal comfortable champions. Nobody is disputing that United are close to United. I'm not to Arsenal. I'm not saying United are anywhere close to him, but they're not a million miles away at the same time. Do you know what I mean? The third, right? Now, look at how Hull have played against Man United versus how Coventry have played against Arsenal last night. That, for me, is what is unforgivable from Frank Lampard and that Coventry side last night. They didn't even have a go. In the first 20 minutes here, Hull have put United on the back foot. Completely put them on the back foot. They've had a couple of big chances already. I don't see why Coventry couldn't have at least ruffled the feathers of Arsenal. Oh, lucky. Hull over the bar. I don't see why Coventry couldn't have done more last night. I was really disappointed by Coventry, but that was a really, really good start. And Sergej Jakirović, the Hull manager, the Bosnian, he'll be delighted with the way these have started. Oli McBurnie is causing United all sorts of problems. Call the police, Jelly's gone missing. He's not, in fairness, he's sticking around. Listen, this is what the tavern is about, right? Your team's behind, you don't disappear. You stick around and you take the shit. And then if United turn this around, listen, Jelly's going to be giving it to us. Jelly is going to be giving it to us if United manage to turn this. I hope they don't. But if they do, Jelly will have his moment. I'm telling you, he'll have his moment in the chat. Oh, but I really hope he doesn't. Clean sheets are Arsenal's bread and butter, but how often do United not let someone score? I mean, that's true. That's very true. Joe says, Hull aren't clinical, they're just putting it in the right areas and hoping for the best. I know, but sometimes that's all you need to do. How often did we see Coventry, until they were 3-0 down, there was a couple of times later in the game where they put a couple of crosses in and Radoni should have probably scored against Arsenal last night. I fail to see how you can't at least have a go. Arsenal are good. They're the best side in the Premier League, but they're not so good that you can't lay a glove on them. They're not that good. You can go there and have a go at Arsenal. But United are coming back into it. And Burmo, what a ball. That is great piece of play from Solakis. The goalkeeper does so well there. Man United getting little broed by Hull. Reece were levels above United, let's be honest. Yeah, but that wouldn't stop Coventry at least having a pop at you. Hull have scored against United. Hull have been the better side in the opening 20 minutes. I just don't think there's that much of a differential. Coventry have to get used to this level. We've made it easy for Hull. Harry Robinson, good to see you, Harry. How's things? Snakey, Hull are underdogs, Key. And Shelley is supporting Palace later, Key. Whoa, Shell. I will absolutely be turning the blue off on my background here for Palace later, definitely. I'll be having... maybe I'll have a white light. I'll put the white light behind me. Harry, mauled by the Tigers. Henry says that's the beauty of the Prem. 14 of the best clubs in the world are in the Prem. No game is easy. Yeah, no, and listen, I get that, but last night was far too easy, wasn't it? Last night was far, far too easy. Joe, I've got Lamans on the bench. You got Lamans on the bench in your FPL? Christ, who have you put in net? You've put Hornacek in net, haven't you? You've defo put Hornacek in net. Luke Shaw with a throw-in up the touchline. Hull knock it back. All United since the goal. But Hull are fighting, they're scrapping, they're making it very uncomfortable for United. You've got Raya in net. See, that's silly. Why would you have Raya and Lamans? Surely if you pick one goalkeeper, he's going to be in for you all season. You can save some budget on your backup goalkeeper who's never going to play. You might as well save some budget and go and get a very, very good midfielder or attacker. Kieran says, Key, playing at home for these promoted sides is more of a level playing field. Strike! Oh! It was quite comfortably wide in the end there from Dorgu. But the first time United have really got into the penalty area, that's 25 minutes in. Nick, never spend more than 4.5 on a backup goalkeeper. My two keepers, I've got Rufs and Georgi Petrovic of Bournemouth, because I don't think you ever make enough, really, on keepers. Rufs and Petrovic will both start. Sunderland and Bournemouth will pick up some clean sheets. He'll get some points for saves and stuff. They'll be all right. They'll be okay. It's not going to be defining. And it allows me to have the other money across the midfield and the attack. Mr. Al-Shamari, the youngest player across both squads, is Hull's Lucas Harrington, the kid who missed his penalty when Australia went out of the World Cup, if you remember him, Key. I do indeed, yes. Lucas Harrington. He's had an unbelievable 12 months, hasn't he, Lucas Harrington? He was playing in Australia, 17 years of age, went to the MLS, got a move to the MLS where he was named in the MLS All-Star team. He made his debut for Australia, played at the World Cup, missed a penalty that knocked his side out of the World Cup, was called brave and courageous by Zlatan Ibrahimovic and said that he'll have a great career. He was called a Rolls-Royce defender by Harry Souttar, his Australia centre-back partner. And then he got a move to the Premier League. It's a massive 12 months, 18 months for the kid. He's had an unbelievable career so far. And it's a big move. It's a very big move, isn't it, to come to the Prem at that age. But yeah. Hull City back in the top flight for the first time in 9 years. By the way, one other stat that I didn't tell you about last night, Coventry City, I think it was I right in saying it was 25 years since Coventry last played a Premier League game, which is the longest gap of any team from the last Premier League game to the second Premier League game, I guess, or the next Premier League game. It's the longest gap in Premiership football history. Longest gap in the competition's history. It's also worth noting Hull have never beaten Man United in the Premier League. Never. Never, ever, ever. 10 meetings, 2 draws, 8 defeats. The only victory over Man United in any competition was the second leg of the January 2017 EFL Cup semi-final, which was 2-1. United have never lost a top-flight opener either against the newly promoted side. They've never lost a top flight opener against a newly promoted side. Won 9, drawn 3. So we could be witnessing history here. United never lost against a newly promoted side on the opening day, and Hull City have never beaten Manchester United in the Premier League. There you go. Could we see history? Charlie, did you enjoy the Arsenal game yesterday? I did indeed, Charlie, yes. Yeah, it was great fun, as always. Hull City, by the way, now owned by Acun Medya, I think it's called. Acun Medya. He's a Turkish media mogul who now owns Hull City. He bought the club from Asem Alam. You might remember Asem Alam, who tried to rename Hull. You might remember he tried to rename Hull, kind of similar to what Vincent Tan did to Cardiff City. Asem Alam tried in 2013 to change Hull City's name. They tried to change it from Hull City to Hull Tigers. Now, obviously, Tiger has a big significance, doesn't it, in Asia and the Middle East. It was a big rebrand attempt to call them Hull Tigers. It's a little bit MLS, isn't it? But Alam called the word city lazy. He called it common. Too common in English football, and he wanted to change it to Hull Tigers, and it spawned basically this big movement within the Hull fan base called City Till We Die, and eventually it forced the Alam family to sell the club after 11 years. Where's Nina? I remember Gary McAllister scoring a goal against Cov and not scoring that year. It's remarkable they've been away so long. The only team I can think of due back now is Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, it'd be lovely to get Wednesday back. Be great to get them back. Kieran says, Key, who do you think will be the biggest challengers to Arsenal? I mean, honestly, I can't give you one. I honestly can't give you one. I don't think there will be an obvious challenger to Arsenal. I think City might well finish maybe third, I would say. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Chelsea, maybe? Spurs, maybe Spurs, who knows? I mean, we don't know until the season kind of gets underway how new signings are going to adapt and there might be injuries and all that sort of stuff. But no, I can't see anyone having a meaningful go at Arsenal, if I'm dead honest. Great play from United in the area. Oh, it's excellent defending from Hull. Excellent defending. Shell, happy anniversary, Key. I've put up with you for a whole year. Oh, it was. And it was it Palace last year when you watched for the first time? It was Everton Palace in August last year, wasn't it? It was an Everton game. That was the first time you came in the chat, wasn't it? So there you go. A whole year. A whole year of you looking after me, Shell, and checking I'm all right. Purple Warriors. Love it. Ethan, afternoon. How's you? Good to see you. Reece, 3 great open play goals yesterday, wasn't it, Key? Listen, you keep dining out on your open play goals. You're not going to get many of them this season. 36% of your goals last season, set pieces. I'm sure you'll get plenty this year as well. City of Northville United are so poor against low blocks. It's true. But this is where Bruno Fernandes comes into the equation again. You know, Bruno Fernandes had such a big year for United. This is why you made the decision to keep him. There was all talk about Bruno maybe moving on, going to Saudi. Last summer and again this summer. And after a massive season, could maybe Bruno Fernandes' record-breaking season maybe be similar to Mo Salah's record-breaking season in that the year after just falls off a cliff? El Chapo, I think Liverpool will be the closest challengers to Arsenal. Hey, I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. I haven't got that confidence. Joe says, Shell, my first time here was actually Newcastle v Everton, where me and Key had an argument over if we would get Europe, and the rest is history. What a fantastic community. Oh, I love that. That's lovely, Joe. Did you get Europe in the end? Or was that the year? No, that would have been when... Was that when you won the Carabao Cup? So you got Europe that way, didn't you? Did you? No, you got Champions League. Of course you did. City of Northville, Key, behave yourself. United without Bruno is Tottenham last year. Do you think he's that important? I mean, I know he's important, but I don't know. I think, you know, put Mason Mount in there, see how he gets on this season. Green Day says Man United should get Dan Ballard from Sunderland. That'd just be another Harry Maguire, wouldn't it? Harry Maguire! Yellow card for Dorgu. Samuel Mark Ingram. Ineos should offer Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, offer them to Everton. Everton's always been like Man United's, like Strasbourg to Chelsea almost, isn't it? United just kind of, there you go. These are all the shit we don't want. You guys have them. And to be fair, Phil Neville went on and had a good career at Everton, didn't he? Not sure about Darren Gibson or Tom Cleverley. And the various others, the waifs and strays who've made their way down the East Lancs towards Everton. Reese, I think I've been watching you since you first started streaming, Kate. I was going to say, I think you pretty much, you were there from day dot, weren't you, Reese, I think? Back in the days when I didn't know what the piss... Well, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. Overhead kickback stick from Mbermo. Is that going to be a corner to United? Yep, corner to United. Better from United, that one. Joe, and you were so adamant that we wouldn't qualify for the Champions League, you called me Aggie. I mean, you are pretty Aggie. You have your moments, don't you? As we all do. Pulse Football, are we doing Tottenham tonight? We are indeed, mate. I'm doing Hull United, then I'm doing Everton Palace, then I'm doing Brentford Spurs. So 3 games back to back. I'm going to be stood right here watching footy with you. I mean, I imagine you'll dip in and out throughout the day, but we've got 3 games back to back. Lovely claim from Salakis that. I told you, I'm telling you, this keeper might well keep Hull up. Mendy, good player. Salakis, good player. They are 2 very good signings for Hull. Experienced, coming in. They're not going to like... this, and I do feel like they've done it at a level that I think Salakis might actually end up being a keeper that maybe a top half Premier League side. If Hull were to go down, I think he's exactly the sort of player that'll get pinched next summer. Do you know what? Maybe Liverpool. Alisson Becker's not necessarily going to go on forever, is he? Salakis might be a Liverpool option. MUFC says, we're just a poor side. Carrick will be gone by November. El Chapo, who's going to be the best signing this season, do you think? I think the one that makes the biggest difference is Morgan Rogers. I think Chelsea will go from 10th into the top 4, top 5. James Bonser, 3-2 United. Oh, don't be like that, James. Don't be like that. Don't come in bringing the negativity. George, hello all. I found some time in my life to come back. Good lad. City of Northville, if we somehow lose this game, the media will be calling for Carrick's head from match day 1. They won't wait. Well, I mean, the doubts will start if you're looking at records broken. Ball in. Yes, it's 2! Go on, cock. Go on, then. It's a Jai again, is it? Oh, it's Mendy. It's the new signing. Noble Mendy. How noble. Yes. Go on, then. 2-0. Yes. United in the mud. Carrick countdown begins. From now, how long until he's gone? Carrick's P45 in the post. Sergej Jakirović is loving it. Harry Maguire is all at sea. I'm telling you, defensively, they're a problem, United. Everyone's been saying they're going to be up there. They're going to be up there. They've got a very good attack. Defensively, they're all over the place. Good ball in. Oh, it's a great header. But set pieces, the order of the day again. It's a great header, that. Absolutely brilliant. 2-0. Yes, have that. Have that, you Manx. Ho, ho, ho. Handwritten apology to Ruben Amorim on the way. Yes, Ruben Amorim is watching and smiling. He is loving it. Ruben Amorim rubbing his hands together and going, hey, yes. Turns out it wasn't me after all. Callum says Hull won't score, lad. I did say Hull won't score. I did. Listen, if you go and speak to anyone, listen, if you were to go and speak to any person and ask them to write down the predictions, they get more wrong than they get right. I am no different. Sarah, not one of them is a monkey. Oh, Uzarushena, haters watch going as planned. Oh, we're going to enjoy watching United this season if this is the starting point. We'll take that. I might get on X and give Terry Flewers some beef, seeing as he's been giving me some stick. I might have to go and give Terry some beef, but something tells me he might not be a United fan after all. Reece telling you now, Hull will stay up. I did say just before kick-off, someone had said if there was a promoted side that is going to stay up, who would be the team that would stay up? I think Hull have made the best signings. Coventry have invested the most, but I'm not bowled over by any of the signings. Hull have definitely made the smarter signings of the three teams. Ipswich are going. Ipswich are gone. They are absolutely gone. Coventry will probably be about 19th. Unless, obviously, they improve over the next week or two. Hull defensively have got United. They've got United right there. Right where they want them. Hull have got United in the palm of their hand. George, this is a great welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. Thanks, Carrick. Yes. United, edge of the box, Dorgu. They'll still have their moments, United. Don't write them off yet. Enjoy this. But I'm telling you, United will come back. It's a big, big second half for Michael Carrick and Manchester United, of course. United are back, I see. Silver Fox loving this. Yes. So good, isn't it? So good. James Bond said, Dorgu, more like dog poo. Where's Nina? Too early to judge Cov, especially at Arsenal. Let's be fair, they'd be smashing United now too. I mean, listen, I still think Manchester United will come back. They'll have their moment in this game, and maybe they will. Maybe they'll still get a point in this. Listen, I'm panicking now. I'll be honest, I am really panicking because I have stupidly put Hull City to get under 3 goals in this game. Now, that was just like a little thing to boost the bet builder kind of thing. I stupidly put Hull City to score less than 3 goals. So I'm at the point now where I don't want another Hull goal. It'd be lovely if they just won 2-0. 2-0, maybe 2-1. I'll let United have a goal, but no more than that. Kieran, is there anything better than Premier League football? Oh, me little girl is by far, having children, having your kids is the best feeling in life. It is the best feeling. I can't tell you how good it is having your baby, holding your baby, having them come up and wrap their arms around you and give you a kiss and say, I love you, Dad. That is the best thing in life. I'm telling you. But football it's not a close second, because it isn't close, but it is second. It's right there. Getting married to the wife's probably third. Hopefully she's not watching. But yeah, you want, other than that, it's right up there. Steve, I had United as my last man standing, out again at the first hurdle. Oh, well. Tigers are my spirit animal. Yes, George. Jelly, I'm sick to death of this. You got me hyped and stupidly thought you've learned and got better. How far I'm wrong. And Burmo, ball in. United back stick. Terrible header from Dorgu. Should do better. Should do better. PLD wife. Oh no, she's clocked me. Oh no, she's clocked me. She's absolutely clocked me at the worst possible time. Rafael Krokos, United today are dogs. Well, they are. They're not great, are they? Daz Reynolds. Key, what's your 11 for tomorrow? My 11 for tomorrow would be Alisson, Frimpong, Jackie, Van Dijk, Kirkes, Soboslai, McAllister, Wirtz, Gakpo, Isak, Rio. There you go. Key just got told off. I know. Do you know what? I'll get told off later, believe me. She'll put a little comment in the chat just to let me know I've seen it. I'm now panicking. I'm panicking all day now. I'm going to be bricking it. I'm going to have to come home with something nice. "46 minutes on the clock." Key's on the settee tonight. Key's definitely on the settee tonight. Hey, listen. You're not married. You're not with this beautiful woman. I'm punching. Believe me, I'm punching. See what I'm doing now? I'm just trying to get her back on side. You don't get with a beautiful woman without learning how to coax her around from time to time when she's mad at you and make, you need to know in a marriage. You need to know how to appease and how to just, come on. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. And you make up and it's all good. You've got to know how to deal with these things. Bring Key. I'm pretty sure Key's got more technical abilities than Dorgu. I'll get there. Creep! Hey, I didn't mean like that, Shell. I just meant if she's upset, I've got to know how to make her not upset. Is she into penguins? She is, actually. Evidently, yeah, she is. She must love Batman. It's not creeping. It's not creeping. No, it's not creeping. I'll just come back with, I don't know. She likes frazzles. I'll go to the shop and I'll get her some frazzles on the way home. Rafael, by the way, you'll see my club, Jagiellonia, in Europa League. I'm sure, absolutely. Well, it's half-time, Hull 2-0. 2-0, go on, lad. Reese, can we get a Premier League dad-wife reveal soon? Yeah, maybe. She might come on one day. I might say to her, listen, I'm going to nip downstairs and make a brew. You entertain him for 5 minutes. Foxy, afternoon, Key and chat. How's it going? Good to see you, Foxy. Right. Well, there you go. I'm kind of a little bit blown away by that. Hull 2, Man United 0. I never thought we'd ever get to that point. Joe says, wait, Key, what was that about you and Sydney Sweeney at the ref? Now. Where's Nina? Half-time quiz. Name Premier League managers worse than Carrick. Oh, good grief. 3-star, good afternoon, Mrs. T. Calm the lad down. This time next week, he'll not be so happy when the Forest rock up to town. Yeah, early kickoff is, again, that one, isn't it? 12:30. Hey, and I've got a wedding in the afternoon as well. Barry, United are not a big club anymore. Ooh, that's a bold shout. City of Northville, maybe one of them can get Amarim on the phone to come for some pointers. I'm boiling. DJ Sunnybanes, I'm fuming too. Jelly, Carrick needs to say something. What would you do? Again, listen, United fans in the chat, let me know. What would you be saying to these players? And more importantly, what changes would you make at half-time here? United are about to... There's 2 records about to be broken. Manchester United have never lost to Hull in the Premier League in 10 occasions. 8 wins, 2 draws. They've never lost to Hull in the Premier League, and they have never, ever lost to a newly promoted side on the opening day. I think that's 13 occasions. Newly promoted side on the opening day of the season, United always win, basically. And, yeah. Doesn't look like it's happening today. Reece, take off Slabhead, surely. Samir, Key might be the top 3 happiest persons right now in the world. Listen, I'm always happy. I've watched Liverpool had a terrible season last year. I was still happy. I'm always happy. How's she going to entertain us? I hope you're not intending anything utterly grotesque, you filthy man. Absolutely not. She's a lady, first and foremost. Felix Magath, or whatever he was called. Oh, yeah, the one who looked like... what was his name? Penfold. Looked a little bit like Penfold. Wally Tees, I'm so happy, Key. Yes, Wally, me too. I'm loving it. We're loving it. Mauled by the Tigers. We'll pin Jelly's comment. Burnley weren't newly promoted. That wasn't the opening day, was it? That wasn't the opening day. Manchester United have never lost a top flight opener against a newly promoted side. Won 9, drawn 3. So this is the 13th time they have played a newly promoted side on the opening day. They've never lost. Foxy, I randomly took Hull top half finish at 63s. For me, I think they do the best out of the promoted side. Nice. Hey, well done. That's a fabulous. I mean, I hope you only put a couple of quid on it, but even still, that's a hell of a bet. Well done. Me and you supporting the same team for once, mate. Hey, it happens every so often, mate. Every so often we're on the same page. It's all good. And you'll be supporting Newcastle tomorrow, I'm sure. You'll be having a laugh if we go a goal down. But it's all good. Tyler says, went Hull away as a Sunderland fan before, and all they sang was mauled by the Tigers. Stephen Beaumont, how rubbish are Man U? Go on, Hull, shut a few of these predictions up. Well, again, changes-wise, looking at United's bench, let's see what players they could bring on to maybe affect things. The obvious one being Benjamin Sesko. So Cunha is up front at the moment. He's not really got involved in the game at all, has he, Matheus Cunha? He's kind of, I mean, he's dropping out a little bit, isn't he? He's almost playing a little bit more like a false 9, and United maybe need more of a focal point up there. Cunha may now go to the left-hand side. Dorgu is on a yellow card, so it wouldn't surprise me at all, actually, if what we saw is Dorgu come off, Cunha goes to the left, Sesko goes through the middle. I think that might be the most obvious change at half-time, mightn't it? So Sesko might well come on. Mainu may be the answer in midfield as well. Tielemans and Andre Santos, they haven't got a foot on the ball. And if you can promise one thing with Kobbie Mainu, I would say is that he'll at least get his foot on the ball. He'll try and make things happen. I think we might see Tielemans or Santos come off and Mainu come on. probably, I would say it's more likely maybe Tielemans for Mainu, because I don't think Tielemans and Mainu not necessarily work as a two. But I would say Mainu's going to come on, and I would say Sesko's going to come on. The other options, maybe Shea Lacey could maybe make a difference. Rashford, of course. Marcus Rashford, you can't rule him out. Xerxes as well is another quality option for them off the bench. Someone who can maybe come on and get his head on stuff. He can drift between the lines a little bit more. Biz says United bought a 28-year-old and Chelsea's 5th choice midfielder and called it a rebuild. Tony Kelly, didn't Dylan Rodney go to Hull one time? Yeah, to Hollenbeck. Love that episode. Reese, we beat them 1-0 opening day 2009 in our first Premier League game. Robbie Blake screamer. Well, my research defies me then. Michael, yet you say Coventry will have record low points haul after 90 minutes. That's true. I think Coventry will. I think Coventry will be right down there. They'll be right down there. Callum, I can't speak. I can't speak. Dave says, how are United going to cope with playing twice a week when they can't cope already with once a week? And Aaron serves the owners right for sticking with Carrick. It was always going to go like this. Ah, no, there you go. It was match week 2. Man United lost to Burnley 1-0 at Turf Moor on the 19th of August 2009. Robbie Blake's volley just before the 20-minute mark. But it was match week 2. Man United's actual opener that season was at home to Birmingham on the 16th of August. Is that true? 2009-10. Let's see. Is that indeed the case? Or has it just made things up? Yeah, no, it wasn't the opening day. There you go. You're absolutely wrong. See, I knew the research was right. That was the second game of the season. Second game of the season, that, Reese, when Burnley beat United. Cheers, Wally. Thanks for the clarification. Foxy, already seeing how important set pieces are in the Prem. Yep, absolutely. Hilarious, this key. Yes, Lewis. Mulder says Heaven and Dorgu surely can't come out for the second half. I mean, I think Dorgu certainly won't. He's on a yellow card. He seems the obvious choice. Sesko will come in for Dorgu, I think. Mainu might well come on, but Aiden Heaven, I can't really say he's been the issue for United at the back. Snakey, what channel is it on? The channel is TNT Sports 1. TNT Sports 1. Yeah, Reese. Yeah, get your facts right. Right, halftime quiz key. I haven't got one. I'll be honest, because today's games are literal like back to back. I haven't got one. Reese, it was the first home, actually. We got beat away at Stoke in week 1. See, you come flying in there, Reese, with your size 12s. Mr. Big Time Charlie, and you were wrong. I'm only messing. How are you anyway, mate? Good to see you. Aaron Baker says the issue is Hull are stronger, pass better, have a better manager, and are just better. Jesus Christ, Aaron. Christian says, what? Heaven has been horrible. Mate, Heaven hasn't done so badly in that first half that he would be the obvious change. I don't think so anyway. I mean, you could bring Martinez on maybe, but I don't think that massively changes things. Apparently Rashford on and Cunha goes to the left. So that, again, that doesn't look good for Sesko, does it? That's a big up. United are 2-0 down. They need goals. Cunha is now going to go to the left. Rashford on for Dorgu. Rashford's now going to play as a centre forward. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Heaven's like a traffic cone. And Aaron says, I can genuinely see us being in a relegation fight this season. Bloody hell, Aaron. And you're an MUFC season ticket holder. Jesus Christ. You're more negative than Goldbridge. Bloody hell. Oh, they gave him the number 9. Who was that? Sesko. Is Sesko number 9 for United? The only positive of this is that we get a decent manager. What, you think you might end up sacking him now? Though it's still early. Come on, it's still far too early. Far too early. Oh, Rashford. I thought Rashford... No. Is he actually? Rashford is Manchester United's new number 9. Oh, no. I don't... Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. That is really bad. That's damning. That is damning for Sesko. I think that says an awful lot. That says an awful lot. Jonathan Barron, can we start the new season next week instead? Aaron, we had the right man in Amorim. We were playing attacking football, just the results weren't there yet. This is it. Patience. Listen, one thing I will give Arsenal as a football club credit for, this isn't the fans, but the football club. They stayed patient amidst massive pressure from the fans. The Arsenal fans were calling for Arteta to be sacked. Some of them were calling for him to be sacked last season, but there was calls for him to be sacked in the same way they called for Emery to be sacked. Managers need time. They need patience. You've got to give them time. When you are certain they are the manager, you've got to back them and give them time. Amorim was neither given backing nor time. I think he was massively let down. I think, to be honest, you could even say to some extent Ten Hag was as well. I don't think you can throw all this on Carrick, but I think it is obvious that he's not a Manchester United manager. In my humble opinion, I don't think he is, and I think he will be gone before the season is out. I said that before the game started, and my opinion hasn't changed. Terry says, Man U should be relegated. It's crap all the way. And Joe says, Man United are not the big club they once were. They're there to be got at by clubs down the bottom. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that, Joe. Man United are still a massive club. They're still a massive club, and they'll still get... Listen, I still think they'll come back in this game. They're not down and out by any stretch of the imagination. I still think they'll score. They'll score. They'll have moments in this second half. Manchester United will never lie down. And hey, I hope I'm wrong. They won't lie down. They'll come out fighting second half. They will have the moments. City of Northville, they won't get relegated, but being out of the Champions League is and has been an absolute possibility. It's true, yeah. No Champions League football for United next season would really, really hit home, especially given they're trying to build the stadium. They're trying to do so much in terms of infrastructure, trying to invest in the team and do the rebuild at the same time. Bruno Fernandes is going to need replacing soon. You know, United outside of the Champions League next season would be a real blow for them. Whereas Nina, they are a big club, but they're just crap. They're not a bad time. They're not a bad side at all, United. Look at that average formation. You can see there's not really a lot of cohesion there. They're kind of all over the place. Dorgu is almost playing like a centre forward, and Burmo's much wider than you'd want him to be. No, that's not a good shape at all, is it? Look at that. If you're watching on TNT, you can see what I'm looking at. That is not where you want those players to be. But there you go. New number 9, Marcus Rashford, coming on for Manchester United to replace Dorgu. United should go for Pogba. Danielle, you're so biased. If this was Arsenal, you wouldn't say that. Yeah, but that's not quite the same, is it? It's not quite the same. United are not Arsenal. Arsenal are not United. DJ Sonny Baines, how many times I have to say that we are not ready for Europe? We are not ready for Europe. Michael says, Man United ended the league in a good spirit. What went wrong this season? And we have Rashford back from loan. Rashford's a good player. I just didn't anticipate him being given the number 9 at United. Like, you're going to be the guy for us this year. That's mad. Get on the green. Bet you're loving the hate watch. I am absolutely loving it, mate. I'm adoring it. Danielle, we're better and still you dog the team. Oh, you absolutely are better. There's no doubt about that. I've never said you're not. You're miles better. But second half, here we go. Solakis pumps it long for Hull. All the way back to Harry Maguire. Danielle, so why are you so hard on Arsenal then? I don't like the way you play football. That's all it is. I've never said anything bad about Arsenal as a football club. I've never said anything bad about the players. Just don't like the way Arsenal play football. That's all it is. It's nothing deeper than that, Danielle. I don't want the style of play that Arsenal play with rewarded with Premier League titles. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. And that's why I didn't want them to win it last year. There's nothing else. Nothing else. Joe says, why are they bringing Rashford on? He's poisonous to that team. Well, Hull are down the left-hand side again. They're on the attack. Good ball in, far post, and Shaw. Good defending that from Shaw. Danielle says, listen, if Liverpool won it that way, you wouldn't complain. I don't think that Liverpool or Manchester... Maybe, I mean, obviously Liverpool won it after 30 years. We played very, very good football. But I agree with you. Arsenal won it after 22 years. It matters less how you win the Premier League when you've not won it that long. So I agree. I absolutely agree. If you've not won it that long, it doesn't matter how you win it. You just have to win it. And Arsenal won it, and congratulations to them. They deserved it. They were well the best team last season. They'll win it again this season, in my opinion. But I don't think you would get away playing that football at Liverpool. I don't think you certainly won't get away with it at Manchester United. You can't play that style of football at the biggest clubs. It doesn't. That's why if Arteta does leave Arsenal, he won't get a job at Barcelona. I don't think he'll get a job at Real Madrid. He can't do it. He's got a very clear, rigid style of play, and it works. It's very effective. But I don't think he'll ever get a job at those big clubs. He'll never get a big monster job club. Mark says, hey, Key, thoughts on Goretzka to Villa? Is that what's happening? That wouldn't be a bad move for him. Ewan Ward, Rashford back to United shocked me. He had a good season last year. 29 goal contributions for Barcelona in, I think, about 48 appearances. How's it going, Ewan? Bertham says Man United will score more than 3 goals. They'll need it. They'll certainly need it. What are you on about? United and Liverpool have played boring football for decades. No, they've not. No, they've not, mate. United and Liverpool have never played boring football. Not as far as I've been watching them for 30 years. They've never played boring football. Not always effective football. United and Liverpool have had low points where we've not been very effective, but apart from, do you know what? I would say Roy Hodgson was very pragmatic. And you know, that wasn't a great time. And that's why he never lasted. That's what I'm saying. Like, pragmatism does not work at Liverpool or Man United. You have to go and you have to throw everything at teams. Arsenal are just far too pragmatic, far too conservative. Now United down the left-hand side with Rashford. He started well, but a good tackle from Hull. Oh, that's not a free kick. That's not a free kick, ref. Coyle did well there. Danielle says, I think as soon as Rashford has a bad game, they'll get on him again. He should have left. I mean, there's just not a club in the market for him, is there? At 200, what is he on? 350k a week? 350k a week, you're not going to get that player off the books. He's got another 2 years at United. He's you know, the option United have is, do we let him go and lose money, or do we just keep him and integrate him? This is a player who played a big part in Barcelona winning La Liga last year. If you can start 40-odd games for Barcelona and get 29 goal contributions, why can't you play regularly for United? Your hometown club, the club you support. Long ball forward, Maguire did very well there, but I think he was offside, was he? No, corner kick. Well done. Good football, that from United. Long ball over the top. Maguire knocks it back, and it's going to be a corner. He was onside. Maguire did well there to get that back in the box. Hull head it away. Michael says, with the introduction of Rashford, Man U can win this game with quick goals. Well, Maguire knocks it in, headed away by Hull. See, this is it. The pressure's already started. 5 minutes into the second half, United are going to have their moments. Get ready for it. Cunha ball in, headed away again. Hull have got to start getting out of their area. They've got to start getting the foot on the ball and just taking the pressure off. Because if it's like this, it's a matter of time before United nick one. Header quite comfortably over the bar there from Aiden Heaven. Ewan says, Liverpool top 5. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that. As a Liverpool fan, if the window shuts today, I wouldn't be so confident in top 5. We need another 3 or 4 signings in the next week. George says, listen, it's not alarm bells yet. Manchester United always start shite in modern history. I mean, starting poorly isn't the end of the world for any team. There's a lot of teams who start seasons poorly and go on to do really well. But it's more the performance, less the result. You'd be concerned with the performance as a United fan, wouldn't you? Because have they really hurt Hull? 51 minutes in, have we really seen Salakis have to make a save? Have we seen Hull mega uncomfortable? I mean, look, the centre-back's got the ball for Hull here under no pressure at all. They're quite calm. There's no press from United. And I think when you're 2-0 down, you do have to force the issue. You can't be as the luxury of let's stand off and maybe force them to play it long, which they've just done. United now have the ball back. But admittedly, I think you maybe do have to force the issue a little bit. Otherwise, the clock will just run down. The clock is against United at the minute. Swifty, Minter is a Liverpool player soon enough. Yeah, I think so. Not a smart move in terms of his injury, but he's a good player. No doubt about it. Price dependent. Stephen says, what's so frustrating is that United do well against the big 6. It's different types of games, though, isn't it? That's a skill, isn't it, that United have, is when a Liverpool or an Arsenal or a City, you know, when they play United, they are trying to win the game. Hull City, to some extent here, would have come into this one thinking, if we get a point against United, we're quite happy with that. Quite happy. So there's no real pressure on Hull. They don't have to force the issue, and because of that, it changes how United play. McBurnie limping, not good. Danielle, do you think Liverpool will regret not getting Alonso? They could have sacked him way before they did. No, for me, Danielle, I wanted to keep Arne Slot. For the same reason I think that United should have kept Amorim, and for the same reason that I think Arsenal are now being rewarded for sticking with Arteta. I think when you find a good manager, you stick with them. And patience is a virtue, and I think, United should have stuck with Amorim. They should have given him longer. Liverpool absolutely should have stuck with Arne Slot. Madness. I didn't back the decision then, and I don't back it now. And I think Liverpool fans are realising that now, that it's not the manager. It never was the manager. It was always the quality of the players at his disposal. And it's interesting that Iriola's now saying exactly the same things that Arne Slot said last season. We are desperate for pace. We're desperate for wingers. They'll give him to him, but Arne Slot didn't have the luxury of that last season. Afdab says, Key, what are your thoughts on our away game v Newcastle? I think we could get a result. I mean, again, I'd be delighted with a point away at Newcastle. St James's Park is a tough place to go. I wouldn't be disappointed with a point. Obviously, you hope you go there and win. But they're still a tough team, tough place to go. Can't be disappointed with a point. Now Man United break forward. Here's Rashford and Burmo through the middle. Ball's got to be good. Good play. Luke Shaw, pull back. Excellent defending from Hull. Corner kick. Excellent play. Swifty, the United squad couldn't play Amarim's system. I know, but they hired him, didn't they? They hired him on the basis that they would transform the squad to fit his system. He said that from day one. We need to sign players. And truth be told, they only really gave him one signing that fit his system, which was Dorgu. And now, in my opinion anyway, Dorgu doesn't really fit Carrick's system. So they'll just flip-flop. They'll just pivot between systems and new managers, and it's not going to fit. It's never going to fit if you don't stick with one and build on it. Corner kick for United. Swung in. Headed away by Hull. There's not a massive... Poor from Mbermo. That's lazy. It's a poor ball. And it's just give the ball straight back to Hull, who now have a counter-attack opportunity. And it's a lovely ball over the top, and they're in. And Lammon's needed to be off his line, and Sharp there. Whoa! He needed to be off his line quickly. Very nearly Crooks getting in. And Crooks is a lifelong Manchester United fan, by the way, as well. He's in the middle of the park for Hull today. He's a lifelong Man United fan. That would have been a huge moment for him. Carrick first manager sacked. I think that belongs to David Moyes. But it's not been the best of opening starts for Manchester United. The opening hour here has been really, really poor, really tough. And maybe a bit of a wake-up call for United fans. That's a hell of a ball forward, though, and Rashford's in, but Salakis reads it well, and it's a good claim. Very good claim. Where's Nina? Do you reckon Carrick gave him a rollicking? I don't picture him to be aggressive. He wasn't as a player. Well, do you know what? It's interesting. I think Gary Neville and Paul Scholes both said Carrick can tear shreds off people. He's maybe softly spoken, but he can go at people, and I think he might well have done. Scholes and Gary Neville both said don't say that about Carrick. I'm telling you, he has, he's a northeastern lad. He's got a bit of a fiery temper about him. He's just quite calm and softly spoken. As a player, maybe he wasn't the most aggressive, let's say, on the football pitch, and we think that might translate into how he is as a person. It's not always the case. From what Gary Neville and Paul Scholes said about Carrick, he can give as good as he gets. Joe says, City of Northfield, you're forgetting the players that left last season were key to our 12th place finish. We were desperate for a refresh. Can't wait to laugh at you tomorrow. Well, hey, I hope you're in for it, Joe. I hope you're here for it. Win, lose or draw. Ball out to the left-hand side for United again. Lots and lots of crosses coming into the box for United. But Hull doing so well defensively. Foot in stuff around the edge of the area. They've just got to be careful not to give away a penalty, because they are diving in a little bit. But they are doing really well. They're packing the penalty area. Not much room for United at all. Mendy and Ajayi have been terrific at the back. The two goal scorers, the two centre-backs for Hull, the goal scorers, have been brilliant defensively and brilliant going forward as well. Really, really top football. Swifty, can't believe Everton still don't have a right back. I know, the one position. It's mad. But Liverpool don't have a right winger, do we? How long ago did we know that Mo Salah was leaving? Liverpool still don't have a right winger. But Everton have needed a right back for about 4 years now. And they've still not got one. And do you know what else is in... Everton fans, Shell, I don't know if you're still in the chat. David Moyes called Nathan Patterson, who is basically his only right back at the club. There's only one right back at the club. He's played Jake O'Brien, a centre-back at right back for Everton most of last season. However... David Moyes, in his interview yesterday's press conference, called the only right back at Everton Craig Patterson. His name's Nathan Patterson. He's been at Everton 4 or 5 years. He called him Craig Patterson. It was brilliant. Liam, we still haven't got a Bruno replacement yet. I don't know about that. I think you have got a Bruno replacement at United. Or are you talking about Newcastle? Sorry, Liam. I think United have got a Bruno replacement, haven't they? Darren, I support Everton. Moyes needs to F off. SCT, Dorsal Pig. Sorry if you've already talked about this. What were your thoughts on Arsenal last night? Yeah, good performance, but a very disappointing opening day for Coventry. Really disappointing performance from Coventry. Three errors, 3 goals, but that just shows how clinical the Premier League is. You can't perform like that. Good ball through. Salakis off his line again. Really composed. Rashford not able to get on the end of it. Rashford has made a difference to how United play since he's come on. But the goalkeeper again, Salakis, he would have been offside, Rashford there. Hull did well to hold the line. And yeah, Mendy and Ajayi have done really well. Prince Rupert, I didn't know that. Craig Patterson shows how far from starting he really is. It's mad, innit? Yeah, Rupert's so mad. Watch it. Watch the press conference. It's so funny how many Everton fans have called him out as well. Shahid Key, what do you think about Liverpool trying to sign Minter? Second bid coming soon. I like Minter. I think he's a good player. I'm just a little bit concerned by the fact that he's out injured for another 2 or 3 months. Edge of the box. Mendy. Hull played the ball in and cleared away again. United, if anything, are... I think Ajayi might need to go down. Is it Mendy? Mendy might need to go down here. He's limping. That'll be a hell of a loss for Hull to lose him. He's been fantastic since he's come in. Dom says third bid, you mean, and 70 million plus. Is it? Have we bid 3 times now? I saw we bid a second time at 60 million. We bid 50 million, it was rejected. We bid second and it was rejected. Have we made a third bid? As far as I'm aware, we haven't, but I've been live for the last hour and a bit, so I don't know. Maybe some news has broken and we've... Hull with a strike! Oh, just over the bar! Great effort from Bellumi. Very nearly 3-0 Hull. That did have Senna Lamans worried there for a minute. It was dipping. Yeah, he did. He was quite comfortable in the end, actually, Lamans. But for a second there, he was definitely lifting his hand up. He was worried. Jellyfish, Keys loving this. You laugh all you like. Hey, Jelly, listen. Don't let football dictate your mood. That's mistake number 1. Don't let millionaires dictate your mood for the rest of the weekend. That's mistake number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know it's easier said than done. Believe me. Liverpool ruined my weekend more than once. But don't let a load of overpaid millionaire strangers decide how you're going to feel this weekend. Dom Taylor talks today and bidding coming. Well, hey, hope so. Callum says Garner's back on the bench. O'Brien's on the bench. Merlin Roll starts at right back. Michael, still no goal for Man U. The time's ticking. Something has to be done. And Harrington's come on. Here we go. The young lad. Harrington on for Mendy. Love that. Ryan, how you doing? I'm good, mate. Thank you. How are you? How's things? How's the magic show coming along? True or false? Man United are Arsenal's closest challengers this season. No, they're not. They're not in any way. They're not in any way close to Arsenal, and I think they're far more likely to be outside the top 5 than people give them credit for before the game. Now, folk in the chat, chill, the antagonism. The last thing we need is just simmer. It's all cool. It's all good. If you need to take a 5-minute time out, take a 5-minute time out. Don't be freaking out. It's only a game of football. Wally, isn't that the kid who missed against Egypt? It is, yes. It absolutely is. Yeah, he's had a big 18 months. We were talking about him earlier. See Wheatley, permanent manager strikes again. I'm very nervous. It's literally in 4 hours' time. But hey, good luck with it, mate. Let me know how you get on. Let me know how it goes. Cliff, them newly promoted teams are not easy to beat, are they? Well, I don't think you can lump them all together. I think Hull are going to do significantly better than both Coventry and Ipswich. I think Hull have bought very, very well. As we've seen, to be fair, Mendy has been a really, really good acquisition for them. Solakis, I think, has brought real calmness to the back for Hull today. And that was the difference with Arsenal last night in Coventry. The goalkeeper, Rushworth, just so inexperienced and just caused chaos every time he had the ball, or every time the ball went near the net. He was never decisive, and that's been the difference with Solakis and Hull. I think he's been a real top acquisition for him. And again, I think he'll be one that other top sides are going to be looking at come the end of the season. Here's Mbermo, good ball in, but easy again for Hull. Cliff, must be honest, they look good. Yeah, they've started well, haven't they? They've done really well. It'll be a difficult place to come this season. Barry, mate, I wish we bought Darwin on a free. I don't. I think we've had that time, mate. He's on big money. He's staying in Saudi Arabia for a reason. He wants the coin. I think once a player decides in their 20s to go to Saudi Arabia, you don't want to touch him again. That's it. Oh, far post, and Burmo maybe should... No, it's Mazraoui, actually. Mazraoui's been United's best player today for me. He's done well, defensively at least. Here we go, 2 changes. Sesko and Mainu, come on. 67 minutes. 67 minutes it's taken for Man United to make these changes. Not good enough for me. Michael Carrick in those decisions. Tielemans off. Andre Santos off. Sesko and Mainu on. So 2 central midfielders off the pitch. In Tielemans and Santos. Mainu is now going to be asked to do a lot more work. And Sesko is going to go up front alongside Rashford, Cunha and Mbermo. Front 4 for United now. Bruno Fernandes just behind him. Maybe Fernandes will be asked to drop deeper. Which, is that going to be a smart thing? You know, Fernandes probably not in the areas picking the ball up where you'd want to. That's brilliant play from Hull. That's fabulous play. Keeps hold of the ball, gets it all the way back, and they just keep recycling it. Joe says, Key, do you think Salah and Jones will be much of a miss for tomorrow's game? No. No, not at all. They weren't a miss last season. Mario says you won't get entertainment like this if you watch Arsenal, Key, right? I agree, yeah, I would say so. Certainly don't get this sort of entertainment. Football Talk, Hull have played very well, they have. Credit to Hull, they have been exceptional. Ryan, did Rashford start? No, he didn't. No, he came off the bench. Potential 4-2-4 for United then. It is, I think so. Hull City have got another player down here, though, injured. Who else captained Mbermo on the FPL? Have you really? Not me. This is United's level, says City of Northville. The best we could hope for this season was Champions League again, and even that would take a very good season. You know, going from 1 game a week to playing twice a week, you know, Wednesday, Saturday, or Tuesday, Saturday, whatever it might be, that's a big adjustment for a squad like United, and I agree with you. I think progress this season would have just been finishing 5th, and it might still be where United finish. This isn't going to necessarily be the defining moment of Man United's season, but I do think it's an indicator for where they are at the minute. And even if you were to add Baleba to this team, even the Baleba of 2 years ago, which there's no guarantee they get that Baleba, by the way. They might well get the Baleba of last season. But if they do get Baleba, does that really move the needle on this side? Not for me. I don't know. Cliff says, makes sense what you said. 2 games a week is a killer. And that's another reason why I am consistent with it. That's why I also think Chelsea and Tottenham, who don't now, this season, they don't have 2 games a week. They only have 1. So Chelsea and Tottenham are now in the position that United were in last season. United thrived with 1 game a week. When, you know, Arsenal and Chelsea and Liverpool and City and all them were playing midweek, they were resting up. All their best players resting up, fresh as a daisy for the weekend. And you'll see that with Tottenham and Chelsea this season. And those two will be real competitors for the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. United they'll be a lot more tired as a result, and then the weekend performances suffer and you'll get injuries and compounding stuff throughout the season. That's going to be a difficult thing for United. But that doesn't necessarily mean they don't finish outside the top 5. It's one game, it's a bad start. They may still yet turn it round. Hull have had to make some more changes due to injuries. Cody Drameh coming on, former Leeds Academy player, and former Liverpool Academy player as well. Liam Miller coming on. Pete, is it too late to laugh at United, Key? No, never too late. 20 minutes left to go, though. Don't laugh too soon, because there's still time. There's still time. When it's been 14 years, they need to prove something before they've earned anyone's confidence. Hull already had to have like 10 starters out from injury. I was going to say, yeah, if you look at the lineups today, Hull have had a few players missing. Joe Gellhart, who was a monster for him last season. Morita, of course, as well. Morita, the new signing from Sporting Lisbon, who he would have been a starter today for sure. He's the player on the thumbnail. I thought he was in. But Morita's out. Zambrano's out. Matazzo's out. Gellhart. Jack Butland, of course, in goal, but he wouldn't have started over Salakis. But still, lots of players out injured for Hull coming into this one. A much bigger injury list than United. And still, they've been comfortably the best side. And United still yet to really have a meaningful chance in the game. It's not just that Manchester United are getting beat 2-0. It's that Man United are getting beat 2-0 without really laying a glove on them. They've done nothing. Nothing all game in an attacking sense. Yeah, and that's it. Another thing as well there, that's a great point. City of Northville, they're not only a newly promoted side, Hull, they are a newly promoted side that came up via the playoffs, that got in via maybe the skin of their teeth. Right at the end of the game, we watched it, didn't we? The playoff final, right at the end of the game, they scored to come up. So, you know, Hull City were nearly a penalty shootout away from another season in the Championship. George, I thought Carrick was an odd permanent appointment anyway. That's fair. That's fair. A manager who's only managed Middlesbrough before, who's got the job maybe on the fact that he was a good player. Hull dancing round the edge of the box. Chance here. Strike. Oh! Inches wide. Inches wide there. Wonderful effort from Cody Drameh. Oh, the right back who's just come on. He drags it. Oh, that's only inches wide of the far post. Good effort. It had Senna Lamond scrambling there, and it is still 2-0, but Hull very nearly making it 3. Wow! Rid says this is so disappointing as a United fan. Definitely he's going to take the wind out of United fans' sails a little bit. I do think United fans have maybe come into this season. This is not a dig at you, Jelly, by the way, because there's quite a lot more who said United will compete. United will be in a title race. United will be up there. And I think this is the sort of game that you look at and you think, actually, they're not anywhere close to where they thought they were. They're not quite that level. And maybe this is a reality check. This is United have got a lot more time and effort and work they need to do in the transfer market. Maybe the manager's not the best fit. Bruno Fernandes, I can't see him having the season he had last year. He's not going to have it again, is he? He's not going to have it again. Nick says the trains back to Manchester have been cancelled. 10 out of 10, bad day for United fans. Is that true? The trains have been cancelled back from East Yorkshire, sorry. Wow. Claim for the handball? No, there was a slight claim for handball there. Ninier says starting Dorgu over Rashford, who scored 24 goals last season. Fire Carrick. And Football Talk says United have agreed a £70 million deal with Brighton for Carlos Baleba. Is that the signing that really changes this? Would Carlos Baleba have made a difference to this result today? Gamer Guru, I'm at Bristol Zoo project. Just saw the score and wanted to pop in to say hi. Chin Up Jelly League's going to be yours after all. Oh, it's so minging. It's so bad when your team's like this. When you've bigged your team up and then they give it this. Oh, it's not good. I feel for you, Jelly. I really do, mate. Nick says it's true. Fletch just mentioned they'd announced it in the stadium about the trains. Oh, that's grim. Yep, long drive. Long drive back to Manchester from East Riding of Yorkshire from Hull. Salakis, bit of a scrambled clearance there. It's out for a throw-in on the far side to United. City of Northville, it's so self-imposed. It's not like we have been coming in second every season and are just off it. No, it's exactly what you've been saying all summer, mate. I've heard you in the comments. You've been saying this as well. Like, United have not signed the players that United historically would have signed. They've not behaved like a Manchester United in the transfer market. Are the signings of Andre Santos and Tielemans and Baleba, are they undoubtedly potentially shrewd signings? Yes, they could well be. But they're not signings, I don't believe, that Alex Ferguson would have made. They're not signings that Manchester United that I've known and feared growing up. They're not that United. They're not those signings that they would have made. They're not game-changing signings. They're not signings that move the needle. They're signings that maintain rather than push the threshold, that move the ceiling. They don't do that. Tielemans is a solid acquisition. Andre Santos is a good acquisition. He could be better, and he might well be. And it's the same with Baleba, if I'm dead honest. These are shrewd signings that could maybe end up being okay, and yeah, it does all right. And maybe they keep United around about, 6th and above. But it's not they're not signings that move United wow and go from here to here. They're not Tonali. Oh, that's a great ball through. Here's Mbermo. Good strike, good save from Salakis. First chance for United, 78th minute. First chance in the game for Manchester United, 78th minute. Lovely ball through, it must be said. And Mbermo, and I tell you what, the Hull defender did well to hold him off. In the end, the finish probably not as good as it should have been. He was falling, but Salakis makes a big save. Man United corner. And it's going to be Mbermo to take the corner. Lawrence, they're good signings, but not game-changing. Exactly. And I think every summer, Ferguson always made at least one game-changing signing. Far post, Maguire, chance. It's scrambled in the area and just cleared away. Fergie would handpick his team. Scouts aren't up to par since he left. It's also maybe true that scouts have a lot more power now than managers, don't they? I mean, Carrick's not really got the power. Of course, he wouldn't never say he'd have the power of Ferguson. But I think if Ferguson put his foot down and said, I want this player, United went out and moved mountains to get him. David Gill, always. Martin Ed, they went and got those players, didn't they? They always went out and got the players that Fergie demanded. He had such a power hold over the club, and it was kind of similar with Mourinho at Chelsea. It was the same with Klopp at Liverpool and to some extent Wenger at Arsenal. When you've got a manager and a figurehead, you have to back him. If they say, I want this guy, he's perfect for my system, you've got to sign him. And if you're wrong, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm not a fan at all of clubs, especially clubs of the size of Liverpool, Manchester United, hiring first-team coaches where the actual responsibility for signing players is delegated to some faceless guy up in the stands. There's no if United have made signings this summer and Jason Wilcox takes the flak, they'll just move him on quietly. It's not good enough. It's the same with Liverpool. Don't like these transfer transfer committees. Good to see you, Rons. Reece says Fergie signed Ronaldo the game after he played them. Yeah, but that's an example, isn't it? Fergie literally said, we're not going home, we're not leaving tonight without this lad's signature. He's that good. And they made it happen. Cristiano Ronaldo was having talks with Arsenal. He was having talks with Liverpool at the same time he played United in that friendly. And Ferguson made damn sure they got that deal done before they left. He'd been burned by Gascoigne, hadn't he? He knew. If we don't sign this kid today, we probably don't sign him at all. That's a terrible ball from Man United. And now Hull City on the counter. Absolutely shocking. Masters of their own downfall here, United. Into the area. Ball pulled back. Good play from Maguire. 10 minutes. Big 10 minutes in East Yorkshire. Switch of play from Shea Lacey, who's just come on. Shea Lacey's come on now for Mateus Cunha. Delo also on for Mazraoui. Header, Sesko! Oh, should do better. Should do better. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. Is it a goal kick or is it going to be a corner, actually? It might be a United corner. It is. Yeah, Sesko, I thought he should have done better with that. It's a hell of a ball in. Good ball from the right-hand side. Rashford gets a good purchase on it. Actually, does he connect with it at all? I don't think Sesko even gets his head on it. Ball in. Headed away by Hull again. Yes. Gamer Guru, fair play to Hull. They came out to make a statement, and they certainly have. They've done so well today. Yeah, done so well. Credit where it's due. City of Northville, who goes out and spends 85 on a striker, benches him, and gives a player who said they want to play for another club the number 9. No competent club would ever dream of that. That's why it baffled me. I didn't even know Rashford had been given number 9. I'd heard noise that he'd been given a new squad number, but I wasn't sure it was number 9, and the significance of that as a Man United player. The number 9 at Manchester United, Marcus Rashford. You've just spent big money on this kid, 85 million for Sesko. That's massive. Yeah, Leon Goretzka's just signed for Villa. That's a big move. Leon Goretzka to Villa. If he can stay fit, not a bad signing. Could be a little bit like Asensio was for him. Brendan, it's happening at least. I'm going to revise my out by Christmas to October. Good ball, Hull. That's not a free kick, referee. Good defending. Well done, Hull. Bring back Amarim. Cooper says they're getting mauled by the Tigers. And Reece says it was reported he was supposed to get the number 14. Well, I thought that's what it was. I thought he was going to get a new shirt number, but maybe something a bit more modest. City of Northville, this isn't new. This is exactly what Ronaldo said when he left. It's true. Yeah. It's very true. See you in a bit, everyone. Going to get my 3 p.m. Accas picked out. Good lad. Get Palace in there. Get Palace in there. A little away win for Palace at Everton. Oh, United in the area. Big chance this strike. Good block again. Hull have been first to every second ball. They've been so good today. So good. Credit to the Tigers. Gamer Guru, this is either Carrick out of his depth or the team underestimated Hull and didn't play with the respect they should have shown. It could be both of those things to some extent as well, couldn't it? It could be that Carrick maybe isn't the manager that a lot of United fans thought, and tactically this maybe a degree of under-preparation. Maybe they underestimated Hull. And if they did underestimate Hull, that's on Carrick, isn't it? Carrick has to be able to motivate these players and get them prepared mentally for this being the side that they're, gonna really go and have a go at. But evidently, it's not been the approach he's taken today. If anything, there's been a little bit of complacency from Manchester United. What's he give? I think the referee might well have... I thought he was going to give a corner there. Because the goalkeeper's held onto the ball a little bit too long. No, it's a change. Matt Targett's coming on for Hull. City of Northville, then now the media will apply so much pressure to Carrick that the next should be easy matches will be anything but. Reece, title challenges is what United fans were telling us, Key. And I can't listen. I cannot get like too down on United fans on that point of view, because last season United had a good end to the season. They finished third. I think it's reasonable for them to maybe be a little bit optimistic and think, well, we're going to kick on. I just looked at United signings, and listen, everyone dismissed it because I was a Liverpool fan, and you're just saying it because you're a Liverpool fan. I absolutely think that this was from a balanced perspective. I thought United didn't make signings that overwhelmed me, and I didn't think that comparatively they got better than, say, Chelsea did or Spurs did. I think those two clubs have materially improved more than Manchester United, and I think they'll have bridged that gap. Liverpool and United, and this is it, I also said this, people can hold me to account for it, but I also said Liverpool are in a similar boat to Manchester United in this sense. I won't be surprised tomorrow if Liverpool get beat by Newcastle, but maybe there's a difference losing away at St James's as there is losing to newly promoted Hull and breaking two records in the same moment. United, if they lose here, like I said, first ever defeat in the Premier League to Hull City. First time they have ever lost on the opening day to a newly promoted side. Cliff says, honest opinion on Man United, Key, top four or challenge for the title? Honestly, neither. I think Man United finish 5th, maybe 6th. And 5th might be good enough for European football this season, Champions League football. Then again, it might not be. It depends entirely on England's coefficient. If Sunderland and Bournemouth and Brighton and Palace go out of Europe earlier than they'd like, if, there's not a maybe Liverpool or Man United in the Champions League go out in the group stage, then all of a sudden the coefficient takes a hammering and Serie A or La Liga maybe get that 5th place. Or the Bundesliga, who knows? Shane Key, sorry if you've mentioned it, but is this a new channel of yours? Thought you had more subscribers. I did, and I still do, mate. Yeah, well, we've got the Premier League Dad channel, which has 24,000, 23,000 subscribers. But we started that channel 12 months ago. That channel did really, really well last season. This is a brand new one. This is where all of our watch-alongs are going to be this season. Premier League Dad is still there. There will still be stuff coming out over there throughout the season. But for now, the Matchday Tavern is where all of your watch-alongs are going to be. City of Northville, the only real difference between Rosinas signing at Chelsea... Rosinas signing at Chelsea and Carrick here is that Carrick is more competent at managing a big club, but it was all the same reasoning. To some extent, maybe Frank Lampard at Chelsea, Carrick at United. It's the ex-player thing again, isn't it? United strike. It's out for another corner. 89th minute. United need 2. 2. And even 2 here. Even 2 wouldn't be the saviour that United are hoping for, would it? Milky Moo, a channel for all fans, Key, even the whingy ones. Hey, I'm whingy. I'm whingy at times. Depends who's playing. United, ball in. Oh, it's a great save again from Salakis. He's man of the match for me today. He is man of the match. He's been terrific. Mendy, who had to go off injured, he's been brilliant. I think Ajayi's been fantastic. Egan as well. Egan's had a great game at the back for Hull. But Salakis for me is man of the match. And I don't think that shows... It's mad because he's not really had to make any big saves, but I think he's added such composure to Hull that everything he's done, every cross into the box, he's come and claimed. He's took the pressure off his defence so well, and that's a massive thing for clubs, to have a goalkeeper who takes the pressure off, who doesn't have your defenders thinking, oh my God. Bit like Onana. The best thing that Senna Lamans did at Manchester United was just being so composed on crosses. That's why he was a big asset to United. That's why he was signing of the season last year. And I think Salakis could be in a similar bracket. Good ball in. Chance for United. Sesko. Scrambled away again by Hull. They just seem to keep getting it away. 6 minutes added on. 6? Where's that come from? Jelly, are you doing the scoreboard today? Shahid, where did they get Salakis from, Key? They signed him from Olympiacos. He's still only a very young goalkeeper. He featured in my 8 players to watch in the Premier League this season. I did a short the other day, or last week, whenever it was. I did a short last week of 8 players to watch in the Premier League this season, and Salakis was right in there. Please be nice at 3 p.m. or else. Yeah, well, I was going to say, as soon as this game's over, I am back. Just as a reminder, I'm back in half an hour for Everton against Palace. We'll be watching that one right here at the Tavern. Everton Palace. Should be a great game. Looking forward to it. See how Everton get on in that 3 o'clock kickoff. Nick, thoughts on Solis last night? He had a good first half, didn't he? Yeah, he was impressive in the first half. Didn't do anything really in the second. I thought Odegaard was terrific. Rice had a really good game. But yeah, I think Odegaard was my man of the match. He did get man of the match, didn't he, as well on Sky? So for me, he was man of the match. He was brilliant, Odegaard, last night. And he's probably going to be the big improvement, I would say, for Arsenal. Ryan Giles has been named player of the match by TNT. That's surprising. He's not had a bad game. I just wouldn't have said Giles would have been the one. Giles has been subbed off now. Leave the light blue, Key. Nah, no chance, Shell. No chance. Four minutes. Can United get at least one back? Can they get one back? Header, too easy. Again, Salakis takes it. Vinel's better. Who's winning the league? Arsenal. Arsenal are winning the league. Man United might have to settle for the Bruno assist record again this season. He ain't getting the Bruno assist record. No chance. He ain't getting the assist record again. He shouldn't have had it last year, should he? Shane says, no, don't say that. Clean sheet for Hull, please. I agree. Well, I'd like to see Hull win it 2-0, of course, but I'm just saying United have got 3 minutes to find 2 goals, and again, that the big takeaway tonight can't be United have lost 2-0. It can't be that. Michael Carrick has got to address, and the United fans have got to address, and these players have got to address the performance. Because as good as Hull have played, and they have played very, very well, they've been terrific. You've got to give massive credit to Hull. Defensively, they've been really solid. They've hurt United going forward in that first half. But it was 2-0 at half-time. United have done nothing in this second half. United did nothing in the first. But at 2-0 at half-time, I was expecting United to relentlessly come out, and it would have been a barrage of shots on that Salakis goal. I thought Salakis would have been... I thought United would score at least one. I said it at half-time. I said United will have their moments. Manchester United have had 3 shots on target in this entire second half. 3 shots on target in 51 minutes. And one of those... Well, no, 2 of those actually were P-rollers straight at the keeper. The only actual meaningful chance they've had is when Mbermo was played clean through, and it was a good save from Salakis. Hull for Europe. Hull for Europe. 90 seconds left for United. Far post. Terrible cross and out on the far side. Maguire. Not a happy return to Hull for Harry Maguire. Oh, hey. And I tell you, it's not a happy time for. You're keeping your hair, mate. It's going nowhere near you. Whoa, you're keeping it. There's no shaving of the hair. He's reset. He's back down to naught. Oh, yes. He's back down to 0. The United strand, unlucky lad. You're keeping it. You're keeping the wig a little bit longer. Roshanth, mate, do you think there'll be a lot of upsets this season? I think there could be. Key, have United been that bad? They've been so ineffective. It's not just bad, they've been really, really ineffective. And that's a yellow card for Hull for diving. I'm sure we'll have the same stick for losing a game we should win. It's coming to us all this season. Oh, it will. It absolutely will. Liam Miller with the yellow card for diving. 30 seconds left. Nick says that haircut guy's been donating to charity, so fair play to him, to be fair. He's donating to charities and he's donating his hair as well, isn't he, to the Princess Trust when he does shave it. So he's a nice lad, Frank. He's a lovely lad. And it's a good cause. But he ain't shaving his hair anytime soon, is he? I did say it would be 2027 before he did, and I still think it will be 2027 before he does. There you go, full time. Hull City 2, Man United 0. Hey, you love to see it. It's absolutely brilliant. Manchester United beaten on the opening day. 2 records broken. Hull City beating Man United in the Premier League for the very first time. First time in 10... No, is it 10 occasions? I think it is. 10 times they've played each other. It was 8 wins for Manchester United, 2 draws. And it's also, they've broken another record. The first time in 13 games that Manchester United have beaten or been beaten by a newly promoted side on the opening day of the season. 13 matches between Man United and newly promoted sides on the opening day. This is the first defeat. So, Michael Carrick, record breaker. He's broken 2 records on day 1 of the season. There you go. They're all falling. Right. Lots of love, everyone. I will be back in precisely 30 minutes. Graham Harrison, that's why we all watch football. There you go. That's going on the headline. That is why we all watch football. Couldn't agree more. If you haven't already, if you're new around here, do us a favour, hit like, hit subscribe. I will be back in about 30 minutes for Everton against Crystal Palace at the Hill Dickinson. That's going to be a fascinating watch. Pierre Sarge, new manager at Crystal Palace, and all the new signings there. Everton as well. David Moyes maybe hanging on by a thread to his job at the end of last season. The summer hasn't meaningfully changed that. So it'll be interesting to see how long David Moyes is Everton manager. I think he'll leave before Christmas. But it'll be interesting, very, very interesting to see how Everton Palace fares in another 30 minutes. Hopefully you'll join me for it. 5-3, I will be back, and I'll see you then. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, all that good stuff. Cheers, Cliff. Appreciate you, mate. And I'll catch you in half an hour for Everton Palace. See you soon. Ta-da.